Hey guys, welcome back to Mr. Phone. My name is Parush and today we have with us the Micromax In1B smartphone. The variant that we have right now is priced at 7,999 rupees. It comes with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of internal storage. There is another variant that comes with 2GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage. Both of them are available at Flipkart. The sale has already begun for both these variants. And we have already done an unboxing of this device. The video is available on our channel. Here is the link for that. And now we are going to share our full review of the In1B and let you know whether you should spend your hard-earned cash on this device or not. So do watch this video till the end, and if you are new to this channel, then consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any other updates. Starting with the design, the Micromax In1B is made up entirely of plastic. On the rear side, you get this nice dual-tone matte finish, with most of the part being a textured one. There is a thick strip on the left with the regular matte finish that houses the In logo at the bottom and the camera array at the top. We actually like the fact that Micromax has focused on presenting a good-looking smartphone with sturdy build quality in this price range. The phone is 8.9mm thick and weighs 188 grams. It's easy to grip and the weight distribution has been done really well. Talking about the physical overview, at the bottom you get a Type-C port and the primary microphone. On the right side you get the power button and the volume rockers, which offer tactile feedback. On the left you have a triple SIM card slot and a dedicated Google Assistant button. At the rear side you get the fingerprint sensor and a single speaker grille at the bottom right. Overall, the design of this smartphone will surely please the users. It's comfortable to use and can resist a couple of accidental drops. As for biometrics, the rear mounted fingerprint sensor works 8 out of 10 times. It's not the fastest in this segment, but it does the job. The same goes for the face unlock, which comes with the option to turn on screen fill light. Now guys, talking about the display, this device comes with a 6.52-inch IPS LCD panel, which is something that is becoming very common in this price range, as in the phones that come under 8,000 rupees. This is a good LCD panel for content consumption, as it offers punchy and vivid colors. The auto brightness works perfectly in all situations. This display can go really dim for indoor usage, but for outdoors, even the maximum brightness feels inadequate. You get the option to schedule night light in the display settings, and you can also customize the lock screen display. In terms of audio, the single speaker is good enough for an indoor listening experience. You can also clearly listen to the dialogues while watching your favorite movie. Let's give you a quick sample. Now guys, the audio output from the headphone jack will not leave you disappointed, especially if you are someone who loves listening to EDM music. And when it comes to the call quality, the earpiece is pretty loud. I mean, it would have been better if we got a secondary noise cancellation microphone at the top. But anyways, we are happy with the quality of the earpiece. It's loud and clear. Even if you're standing in a crowded area, you will be easily able to hear the sound of the third party. And this device comes with support for dual 4G, dual VoLTE. You get dual Wi-Fi calling. There is support for native video calls. And you also get the option to record your calls. But please be aware of the fact that the IVR notification will pop up once you switch on or switch off the call recording. Now guys, coming to the performance, the phone runs on the MediaTek Helio G35 processor, and like I said in the beginning, this phone comes with 2 RAM and storage variants, and you can expand the storage on both the variants up to 128 gigabytes because you get a dedicated triple SIM card slot. The Helio G35 is a reliable option for budget smartphones. Both regular and heavy users will enjoy a lag-free experience, but we would strongly suggest that you go for the 4GB RAM variant unless your budget is constrained. I mean, even if you are a regular user, even if you don't play any games and just like to use social media, take video calls or attend your online classes, you should still opt for the 4GB RAM variant. When it comes to gaming, you can play all sorts of games on this device, but at low graphics settings. Now Micromax has chosen a stock Android user interface for its new smartphone range, and we couldn't be more happy about that decision. There is no bloatware and there are no ads. Absolutely clean stock Android user experience. Plus, you also get FM radio and sound recorder. The only qualm that we have right now is the lack of the latest security patch, which Micromax should fix ASAP. We have been using this device for quite some time now and we still haven't received any Google Play security update. So if anyone from Micromax team is watching this video, maybe they could do something about this. Now guys, let's talk about the cameras. This phone comes with a 13 plus 2 megapixel dual rear camera setup. The main sensor comes with f1.8 aperture and you have an 8 megapixel selfie camera. You can shoot 1080p videos from both the front and the rear camera. And now let's talk about the images and show you the video samples. Starting with the daylight shots, you get mostly true to source colors in this image. If you look at the swings, you will notice that each and every color has been captured accurately by the primary lens. But the buildings in the background do not look true to source. If you take a closer look at the swings, you will see a little amount of noise, especially in the dark areas. But otherwise, this result looks impressive considering the price range. In terms of close-ups, you get good level of sharpness and details. But the petals on the front side of this flower are out of focus. And this flower is actually red in color, but it has been captured as pink. The exposure notably improves in HDR mode. But on the top right, you can see no change in terms of highlights and the level of noise remains the same. Indoor shots look acceptable in terms of exposure and color reproduction, but the images are not very sharp. Coming to the low light shots, we did not notice any sort of improvement after switching on the night mode. Both the results look unappealing. Coming to the selfies, we got a passable result in regular daylight conditions. The exposure control by the selfie camera module is reasonably good. The skin tones look almost true to source, but the facial details are not admirable. Otherwise, the colors on my sweater and the plants in the background look true to source. Once you switch on the portrait mode, you will notice that on the left side, my beard has been trimmed more than what I like in real life. And on the top right, there is noticeable inconsistency in terms of background separation. Note that there is no difference in the skin tones compared to the regular selfies, and the colors are still true to source. The indoor and low light selfies are quite average. Take a look at them yourselves.
Guys, I'm shooting at 1080p 30 fps with the Micromax In1B smartphone. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the video quality, the stabilization, the audio quality, and let me know your thoughts. I'll just do a quick pan so that you get some idea about the dynamic range of the smartphone, the dynamic range that is being captured by the camera. I'm just saying anything, just random stuff so that you get a good idea about the audio quality.
Now guys, finally we have the 5000 mAh battery on this device, which can easily last for 1.5 days if you are a regular user, and even if you are a heavy user, this device can easily give you a day's worth of battery life with all your games, multitasking, social media, everything that you do. Try to push it as hard as possible, but still you will get a day's worth of battery life. And you get a 10-watt charger in the box, which charges this device from 0 to 100% in 2 hours 30 minutes. So yeah, you have to wait for some time to fully charge this device, but once you do that, if you are a regular user, you will easily get 1.5 days worth of battery life. And I think one of the major reasons for that is the stock Android user interface. So yeah, that is also a big reason why you get a good battery life on this phone. So guys, this was our review of the Micromax In1B smartphone, and if you are someone who's looking for a budget smartphone, as in under 8,000 rupees, if you are looking for a smartphone that comes with stock Android user interface and you get a good design, sturdy build quality, good battery life, then definitely you should go with the Micromax In1B. The cameras are okayish. I mean, in some situations you do get quite impressive results, but when it comes to low light, of course, images are not good at all. Anyways, what are your thoughts about this smartphone? Let us know in the comments down below. And in case you like this video, do give this video a thumbs up, share this video, and make sure that you hit the red subscribe button, and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates from Mr. Phone. We will see you soon in another video. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye. Stay safe.